Is it true that we have to go to a different town to record because you've been banned from every studio in Nashville? This is just hearsay, but...
Recently found, the Walnut House should be in here because we just cut the drums for the Paul Colman trio record there. And the bass.
Is it also a buffet hall? Is that true?
No, we're bringing our own buffet.
Oh, okay.
And in Australia we say buffet, and usually I say buffet. I kind of prefer the way you say it. Buffet sounds, I don't know, probably more like the French would say it, buffet.
Uh-huh.
So here's the deal. We have our 5 songs, and I work with quite a few artists, but when it's your friend, and your friend's really great, I think it makes it extra special, because it's nice to work with your friends.
Why don't you tell everybody what you say when the camera's off? Let's just be honest.
All right, you want me to say what I say when the camera's off?
No, please don't.
That's exactly the same thing. No, really, I'm very excited about these songs, and I'll tell you why I'm excited about them. Because I'm going to enjoy listening to these songs, because I need songs that give me the words that I want to say to God. And I don't really write those kind of songs. I'm not really that kind of songwriter. It's either that I'm not very holy, or it's that I haven't accessed that part of my relationship with God, or it's just that I'm not that guy. But I grew up playing in pubs and clubs, so the songs I write are songs probably for people that aren't in church.
Right.
And Scott writes those as well, but he also has the gift and ability to write songs for people who are in church. And I think a lot of the songs that are written are, I don't know, they don't touch my soul, whereas Scott's songs, they're pleasing on a song level, and they're pleasing on a God level for me. So, very excited. We've got Paul Mabry, who's one of my favourite drummers in the world, happens to live 5 minutes away and happened to be a guy I grew up with. And we've got Daniel Ornelas from South Africa playing bass, who is probably one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life.
Yep.
I wouldn't recommend moving house with him because you lose all the energy to lift things.
Yeah.
And why is this taking me down here? I don't want to go there. I want to go down this way.
Yeah, because you want to go down to 96.
Well,
right? No?
No, I want to go...
It's a big pile of dirt.
I want to go to 840. That's where I want to go.
But that's why we're starting the record off with "It's Time to Take a Break" from singing songs about my pain and about the rain.
I had a real bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the great...
So maybe we'll come back in a couple records and make one about that. But for now, it's time to take a break from that. Praise God together, right?
Yeah, and Scott's songs make me want to go to church. They make me want to turn up early for when the band's rehearsing.
Yeah.
So I can hear them again. So these songs are just beautiful, and they're simple, and they're biblical, and they're gorgeous, and they're tough, and they're singable, but they're deep. They're just a lot of things that I really, really enjoy, and I'm very excited about today because, you know, we get to take the first step with putting them in, you know, and Scott hasn't made a record for like 5 years, and yeah, it's... I know you're meant to say you're excited about it when you're the producer and the camera's on, but God be my judge, I genuinely am excited, and I'm thrilled actually. It's so great. Scott's a great friend and he's an incredible artist, so woo! Off we go to Murfreesboro, this massive room at a place called the Walnut House, which is a venue and a recording studio, and it's this massive, massive room. It's probably maybe 2,500 square feet. This big room with wooden floorboards, and you get incredible drum sounds there. And the guy that does most of my engineering, Daryl Lehman, I met him when I was making a Newsboys record, and he had just finished engineering the Mute Math record, and he did the second one of that. He's just a bit of a genius. He gets his tape measure out to get the distance between the microphones.
Sweet.
He's one of those geeks that rules the world.
Mm-hmm.
We need those guys. Yeah, this record's going to be like if Ben Folds, Noel Gallagher from Oasis, Tom Petty were in like the worship band at church. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
This is probably what it would sound like.
Yeah.
Who would not go to that church? I wonder if people like those guys have been told that they don't have to get cleaned up to take a bath, that they just have to come to the table. And that God made music, and He loves them whether they write directly or indirectly about Him. I wonder how many more people like that would actually be at church.
Yeah.
Interesting, you know, like, I wonder if our message really is come as you are, or whether it's come as you are as long as you are not a whore, or as long as you're not drunk, or as long as you're not smoking. Come as you are as long as you don't stink. Come as long as you are as long as you don't cuss. I don't think it really is come as you are. I think it's come as you are as long as you're sanitized, capitalized, westernized. You know, it really upsets me.